What's up, party people? So I was on a road trip with some friends, and we were reminiscing about the time that we made a Minecraft server, and how much fun we had, and how lost they would have been if they didn't have me showing them how to play. They had never played Minecraft before, and on that first night, had no idea what to do. So she said, why don't you make a video showing people like me how to play Minecraft and what to do at the beginning? Well, this is that video. My name's Arkypoo909, and let's go. First things first, I'm just going to assume that you went to Microsoft and downloaded the game and installed it and created an account and all those things. And we're going to start here at the first screen when you first load up the game. As you can see, music is kind of loud. One thing that I like to do, and I think that we're going to do first, is before we get into jump into thing else, is we're just going to go into the options and I'm going to explain some things. Now, first things first, I'm going to go to music and sounds, and I'm going to just turn the music down to about here. Maybe a little bit lower. Some people absolutely hate the music in Minecraft. I kind of am up and down about it and like it for being peaceful. It's very good music and very peaceful for the game that it is, but sometimes it's a little too loud or obnoxious or anything, or for the point of this playthrough of showing you guys, I don't want it to be going over the top of what I'm saying. So, we're going to turn that down to there. Other things you can turn down are for weather. This includes rain, lightning. Hostile creatures are going to be all the mobs that you're fighting. The noises that players make. Voice and speech are certain things in that items in Minecraft, or voices as in the villagers that speak. Jukebox noise note blocks are items in there that play records or make noises. Blocks as in mining dirt or mining cobblestone and things like that. Friendly creatures being cows, pigs, sheep, and all that. And then ambient environment noises as could be the sound of water rushing or splashes and things like that. I'm going to leave all this for normal right now, and just because it's easier for me to not to talk over the music. All right, next, another one I want to bring into, which I think is very important, is your video settings. Now, this is the default 100%, I believe. I don't think I had previously changed anything. One of the things I like to go into first and always and change is brightness moody. I find out it's a little way too dark for me. I always turn it all the way up to bright. I feel like I can see a lot better, especially when you're going into caves and stuff. Looking at around when you're just walking around in normal Minecraft when it's daytime, I really don't notice that big of a difference between bright and moody. But when it's nighttime or in caves, it's a big difference of being able to see. I don't like playing with full screen on just because I like being able to go over to my other monitors and bring up other things like that while I'm playing. There's a lot of things here that I'm not going to cover, but I'm just going to cover a couple things that are good for you in case of what you're doing. I like leaving this at 12 chunks for your render distance of how far out into Minecraft you can see. Couple things that I'd like to point out for people if you're using a computer that's not one of the best ones in the world. Let's say you're playing, maybe you're playing on like a laptop or something things like that. To make the game run a little bit better, you could turn clouds off, which will help your performance a little bit. Another thing you can do is to change your render distance down. So maybe instead of 12 chunks, it could be maybe down to like 9 chunks. Will help a lot. You can turn your max frame rate down. I wouldn't go below 60 in my opinion. But once again, depending on the rig that you're using, of course, you know, use whatever you think is good. Also, the GUI scale. Now this also going to depend on what your resolution you're looking at. Right now I'm on 1080p, and I feel that 3 is usually the best for me. This is crazy. This is very tiny. If you want to have everything on your screen and you want to have like no GUI interference and stuff like that, this is great. I feel like this is like 8K on a very big monitor. 2, like I said, 3 is usually the one that I like to go on, and I feel like it's a fairly decent size for my monitor and everything. Once again, that's something you can change to adjust all of it depending on what you would like. Okay, we're going to be done with that. A lot of these other things, resource packs, we'll get into on another video. Controls, you can change basically you can change all the controls for what the game has. Basically, we'll go over that one at a time, which is the basing stuff up. Here's one thing. I'm going to turn auto jump to off. I don't want the game to automatically jump up a block when I get to it. Lots of times it causes me, I've had it find where I don't like it controlling it for me, because sometimes it will think for you and then maybe make you move in a way you don't want, accidentally step up, try to swing at a creeper, you miss because you go above its head and he blows up and bad things happen. Anyway, so I'm going to turn that to off as well. And for the main part of what we're starting at this first video, I'm going to leave the rest of this as is. Skin customizations we can get into later. You'll be able to see my character looks like Sephiroth, if you saw from the intro, and which is Final Fantasy VII is one of my favorite games. There's a whole thing crazy about that, which we'll get into in possibly another video as well. But other than that, let's get cracking into our first game. First, we're going to click single player because we are not playing on a server. As you can see here, I already have this world loaded up, intro world, where I made that cool little intro that you saw. But we're going to create a new one. So right down here, create new world. A couple things here. First thing we're going to do is we are going to name it. So let's name this Minecraft 101. Perfect. Our game mode is going to be survival. This is the normal version of Minecraft, where, as you can see, search resources, craft, gain levels, health, and you have health and you have hunger. We'll get into explaining those. You can play hardcore, which is the exact same thing, except if you die, it deletes your world, which is crazy. Lots of people like these kinds of things. Some people don't, but to each their own. The last one is creative, where you can build as you want. You don't have to mine resources. You can fly, all things like that. That's what we call creative mode. You can just literally search for items and place them on the block. Kind of like a sandbox, build your own world with an unlimited resource of Legos behind you kind of thing. For the main part of this tutorial, we're going to play survival, which is the normal way of Minecraft. The difficulty, normal. Hard just means the mobs have a lot more hit points and you take a lot more damage from them. Peaceful means that there will be no mobs spawning at all whatsoever. And mobs, I mean monsters like creepers, endermen, skeletons, zombies, that kind of stuff. But the other peaceful mobs like cows, pigs, sheep, all that stuff, those will still spawn. And then easy is kind of the opposite of hard, where it's you take less damage, it's easier to kill the mobs, and that sort of thing. But for once again, we're just going to leave it on normal. Allowing cheats means to on or off, allows you to change what game mode you're in. There's lots of commands in Minecraft. You can change the time of day. You can go back and forth into creative and survival mode. And a couple of other commands which you can see and look up. A lot of these things that I'm going to be referencing can also be found in the Minecraft wiki, which is a great resource for learning lots of things, especially crafting recipes, which we're going to get into later. But I will have that listed in the description below. For now, we're just going to leave it off just because we're not going to need it. Data packs, don't worry about that. If it's your first day, game rules, don't worry about that. And more world options, don't worry about that. This is literally your first day. We're just going to go in as easy and as quick as possible, right? The world name is going to generate a world for us. Now, Minecraft is procedurally generated. It's going to create a random world with a random code, which is called a seed. And technically from where you start will be a place called spawn, and the game world will technically go off in every single direction infinitely, is what Minecraft does. There's no edge of the world to fall off or anything like that. So what we're going to do here is we are going to create new world, and you'll see what happens. And here we are. You know, one more thing that I'm going to add before we get into that whole brand new world, which I'll explain why once we get there, is this book here. Now, this is kind of a search window for you to search recipes in Minecraft with the things you have. It's kind of, to use a nice word, clunky. I'm going to be jumping into a different world for a specific reason of it will be easier for me to show you the recipes and things like that. If you're struggling, make sure to keep in mind, use that wiki as much as you need. This, if you get to use it with some practice, will be kind of helpful, but let me show what I'm going to use instead. All right, so here we are in our world. This is our Minecraft world for our Minecraft 101, whatever you want to call this little shizzle whizzle that we are doing. Look, we got a cow there. Oh, we got some sheep. That is really good. We're pretty lucky to have sheep right at the beginning, and we'll explain why in a little bit. But first things first, you got to know, I'm going to hit escape here, just because you know, this stops time. So if anything is going on, this is like hitting escape is the same thing as like pausing a game. If you're about something crazy is going on, you can always hit escape to pause the game and it will stop. First things first, you got to know is that there is a day-night cycle in Minecraft. And during the day, 95% of the time, you're going to be safe depending on where you are from any kind of mob spawning. But at nighttime, the bad guys, the freaks come out at night, whatever song you want to sing. But it is going to be bad news bears if you are not in a safe place. So, without getting too distracted, the first day when you start is very, very, very important. And the first thing that we are going to do is, whatever you do, whenever you first start a Minecraft playthrough, is punch a tree. Punching a tree is the first thing you got to do because that's going to get us wood and let us start the wonderful world of Minecrafting. Now, at the bottom you can see I have a hotbar. I'm just holding down left click to punch trees. There, it should fall on the ground like that. Get near it, you will pick it up. Now I have an oak log. I'm going to go ahead and punch all of this tree until we get all of the log pieces. And while I talk about it, the reason I like going for oak logs first is when the leaves decay, there's always a chance of them dropping saplings of that tree. And with oak trees, oh, can't reach, jump up. I was saying with oak trees, there's a chance of saplings and apples. Now, tree leaves will decay naturally over time when they're not close to pieces of wood anymore. This is birch wood. And this is oak wood. Now, oak wood is the only trees that drop apples, which is food, which we're going to need. Now, as you can see, that went into my hotbar at the bottom. Also at the hotbar on the left are the hearts, which are your hit points. And on the right, those pieces of meat, wonderfully known as haunches, is your food. Now, your food is what you use to run and to revive hit points. Now, also, like if you're using WASD to move around, if you double tap in that W forward, you will sprint. Now, this will start using your hunger, though. Oh, hold on just 1 second. Because we changed worlds, let me turn auto jump off. Okay, so the first things first you're going to want to do is hit E. This will bring up your inventory. This is your storage. This is your armor. This is your offhand, which looks like a shield because there's shields in Minecraft and stuff. This is that same button that we showed you before, the things you can make depending on what items you have in your inventory. And as you may notice, whoops, hold on there, I have this big new thing on the side here. Now, consider this my teacher's version of your textbook with all of the answers written in it. I've added a mod to regular vanilla Minecraft. Everything is the same in Minecraft as you would be playing vanilla also, except for I added this mod called Just Enough Items. And what it does is it shows every every item in Minecraft that is craftable, where the things are, everything like this, and I can go and look at it and see what it is. I'm also going to move this, if it would let me. Okay, it won't let me. Never mind. Oh, we just got a sapling because it just fell from up there. It's going to let me show you recipes and things like that a lot easier, so you'll be able to have like a visual representation of what I'm doing. So the first thing we need to do in Minecraft is make a crafting table. Now, to turn oak logs into a more useful source, you're going to, I'm left clicking it, and just if you left click once, you'll pick it up. If you left click again, you move the whole stack. A little trick here is if you left click once, and then while it's in your hand like this, look at Sephiroth looking at it going, yes, that is a log. Anyways, if you just right click, you'll place one. And that's for easier, so if you don't want to craft the whole stack, you can just do that. Also, if you have them all over the place in your inventory and you just double click on them, you'll grab the whole stack again. So first things first, we're going to do this, and we're going to get 4 oak planks, and then we are going to take these 4 oak planks, and we are going to make a crafting table. Now, the same way, you can go click once, click twice, click 3 times, click 4 times, and there's your crafting table. Here's another trick. If you're holding it like this, moving it around, I'm not holding left or right click, and you just hold down right click, you will place one item at a time in the spaces that you drag across. And so quickly to just do this, if you see people in videos do it real quick, where they just go, whoop, that's how they do it. Here is our crafting table. Da 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 da. Now, place the crafting table in the world, just put it on your hotbar. You can pick any one you want. Also, you can, on the fly, You can pick what items go in here by just clicking the numbers. This is 1 through 0, or 1 through 9, excuse me. So 1. And the same thing, you can use your mouse wheel to select through all the items at the bottom, or you can click 2 or 3 or 4 or 1, whatever, to get to fast click. Okay, first things first, we're going to place it on the crafting table. Now, this just gives us a bigger crafting grid. So this is a 3x3 versus our internal 2x2. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to change all of these oak logs into planks. Now you can just click this once and it will do one operation, or if you hold down shift and left click, it will do all of them. Keep in mind, it will do all of them that's in there with room for in your inventory. The next thing we are going to do is make a stick. So I'm doing that again by holding and just dragging with right click. And now we have we have 4 sticks. Now what we want to do is make an axe. There are pickaxes, which are used for digging blocks like stone and iron and things like that. And then there are axes, wooden axes, obviously, for chopping trees. Each tool has a purpose solely to it for certain items that you're going to be working on, i.e. a tree or digging or dirt and things like that. And it's always a good idea to use the appropriate tool because it is far faster. So first things first, we are going to make a wooden axe. And here's the little representation showing how it works. It's any of the woods you want to use and 2 sticks. So let's go and we're going to do that and this. Now we have our wooden axe. While we're here, I'm also going to make a wooden pickaxe just to have it. This is going to be 2 sticks here with 3 across the top. These recipes have to be in these shapes. If you change it, it will make a different type of tool. As you can see, so we had this here. This before was our axe, correct? Now we move this one here and it makes a pickaxe. Okay, so what we're going to do is get more wood from the trees. Now watch how fast this goes now. I believe it's twice as fast as just punching it with your hand. It might even be a little faster than that. But we're going to go and get ourselves quite a bit of wood here. Now, at the beginning, it is very important to get, I'm not going to say go crazy and get stacks and stacks and stacks of wood at the beginning, but you're going to need quite a bit before it gets dark. And I will show you why when we get near to that point. Let's get some more wood here, as much as we can reach from this tree. And then I'm going to show you another thing that we're going to need very centrally at the beginning, which is why I said it was so lucky of us to get sheep. Let's get another piece here, and we'll take this one. Okay. Oh, see, it's already getting dark. The sun is going down because we've been talking and lollygagging. So, we'll just do it for example this time. I am not also, this is a wooden table, so you can pick it up faster with your axe. Let's get some more wood here, and then we're going to go on full panic mode and get to a safe place, because mobs are now going to spawn, and we don't even have a way to really defend ourselves yet. There's a reason why I wanted to get so much wood at the beginning. Let's run to somewhere. What we are going to do is we're just going to go over here. We brought our crafting table with us, right? And, uh-oh, the sun is going down. Okay, so we're going to go over here. And now that I made this pickaxe, we're going to start getting some cobblestone here. And dig in here. This is another type of stone. But we're going to want it to be safe. Now you're like, Arky, I can't really see anything because it's really dark. And I'm going to make it even darker by putting these blocks behind us. Now we are in a hidey hole. And it's very scary. And now it's also raining. I'm going to turn that down a little bit just so you can hear me fine. I'm going to open up my inventory, and we're going to get rid of that. And now the reason we got all of this is, let me make sure I can turn this up to, just to make sure I don't have it on. Oh yeah, see, we can turn this up a little bit. That's why I said bright, because it's very dark inside this when it's dark. Okay, probably can see a little bit better, but because of YouTube, not so much. We are going to get ourselves 8 pieces of cobblestone. And make ourselves a little hidey hole here. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put down this crafting table that we had. And I'm going to make a furnace. Which is this. 8 in a donut shape of any cobblestone will make 1 furnace. So let's do that. Boom, boom. And we're going to place this on top of our crafting table here. Oops. Now, what this thing is basically, it's like an oven that's going to cook things for you. What you can do is you can turn oak logs into a thing called charcoal. This is why I said the first night is so important to get as much wood as possible. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to put, let's just get 2, okay? I'm going to put 1 in here. This is consider it the fuel, for this is the item that you're cooking, and this is going to be the result of the cooking process. So we're going to cook this. As you can see, with this, anything cooking in a furnace, it will light up where you are. So right now, we are lit up, and we can see a little bit better than we could before. Now, something else I'm going to show you what you can make is something that you can store all of your items with. Well, let's start. Oh, well, hold on. Let's continue with this. So we have our piece of charcoal. Charcoal is what you get for cooking the oak logs. You can't cook the oak planks into anything. You can only cook the oak logs into charcoal. And also in the ground, when we're digging, later we'll find things called coal, which is for the most part the most identical thing, but this is like an easy way to get them at your own pace and however you'd like. So 1 piece of charcoal or 1 piece of fuel in the furnace will cook 8 items. As you saw, it was only 1-to-1 using this. So this is a fuel in a sense of emergency, but not a very cost-effective one. So now I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, 1 too many. Put that there. We're going to take 8 and we're going to put that there. And that's going to be cooking. Now, while that's doing that, we're going to make something that can store our items, which is going to be a chest. Now in the same donut shape, except for using oak wood planks, and remember, any planks from any wood will work, we will get a chest. And we're going to put that here, and we're going to put this next to it. So remember, left clicking is always kind of an attacking situation. Right click is always kind of like a use objects kind of thing. Now right clicking, I placed it, right click to open it. Now we can put that in there. Shift click, you can just, left click and move things up there. If you shift click, you will move things back and forth like that. Shift click, I mean by shift left clicking. Okay, so now we have some materials here. We have a crafting table, and we're cooking. We're in a hidey hole. We're safe from all the terrible monsters outside, and we haven't died yet. While this is whirring, I usually recommend it is good to mine while these things are going. The problem is, as soon as that furnace is done with its recipe, we are going to lose all of our light. We'll be able to figure that out, solution to that very quickly. I do want to get some more cobblestone here before we do lose our light. Just get some. Okay, I'm going back up here. And, oh, see, there you go, perfect timing. Now, one of the best things, most resourceful things in this game is we're going to make sticks again. Like we did before, just like for the tools, same sticks. And you use 1 stick and 1 charcoal or coal will make you 4 torches. We're going to put that there. And now we're going to put this here. Ta-da! Torches are great. They make an area about 6 blocks in each direction, and they don't ever go out. So this little hidey hole that we're in is now going to be lit up. So we have some basic tools, we have some cobblestone, and we have charcoal and a way of starting to produce light while we mine. Now, my opinion is the first night is always good just because you're in here, scary outside, safe in here. Let's just mine and see what we can do. Now, we have this wooden pickaxe. It's not very good. So now that we've gotten some cobblestone, we can upgrade to the next one. So in the exact same we saw before, let me show you. These are all the levels of pickaxes in the game, and they go by order by what they can mine. We'll get into the later ones here. Once we get to this area, they all have different properties. But we're going to make the next one, which is a stone pickaxe, which is going to be the exact same recipe as the other one with the planks, but instead this time we're going to be using cobblestone. So here we go. That, and with that. Now we have a stone pickaxe. I'm going to take this wood one. You can have 2 options you can use with this. You can keep using it to get more cobblestone while you have it, or you can actually use it in here because it's 100% wood. You can actually use it as fuel as well. I believe it's only for 1 item. It's, once again, using wood for fuel is not very efficient. But there we go. We might get 1 more piece of charcoal out of that. While we're here, and because I have enough cobblestone, I'm also going to make myself, whoops, we ran out of sticks. So I'm going to double click to get those out of there. Make myself some more sticks. And we're going to make ourselves a better axe, which was the same recipe as before. This one was just with wood. This one is now just with cobblestone. The recipe for all of these are all exactly the same, all the way up to diamonds and things like that. Let's take that. We're going to put you in here. This is what I like using it for. A lot of people just use them until the durability is gone, and that's fine. By the way, that's what that little green line was. Let me show you here. So that little green line underneath the item is its durability. It's going to start decreasing from right to left, so it gets all the way down. I believe it'll even start changing colors. It'll go from green to yellow to orange to red, and then eventually it will break and disappear. You can fix your items later and repair them, but with just stone and wood tools, we're not really worried about that. That's something we want to get to once we get into more expensive tools. Right. To more digging. So what we're going to want to do now is, while it's raining outside and as everything's scary, we're just going to dig and see if we can get some more resources. I'm going to make some more torches first. Let's we'll do 2 of those. We'll make these all into sticks. And I'm going to make, we'll do 4 recipes of the torches. Also, a thing I'm going to show you, let's say I wanted to make 4 recipes of the torches, right? And I have all of my charcoal here and the sticks here. And this is the amount for the one craft of that recipe. And I wanted to shift click. If you don't have an equal parts amount, it was going to leave the rest in the crafting table. See, there you go. I did 4, which was 16 torches, which went in here with my 3, which is now 19, and it left the other 3. Another thing is if you leave something in the crafting table and back out of it, it's just going to go back into your hotbar. It's not going to spill on the ground like it used to, but it will go back into your hotbar or the first place from left to right. I'm going to put the rest in. I'm going to bring this with us just in case. I'm going to put this here. We'll put that there. Granite and this. This is kind of the little loadout that I like to make. Just in case we find any scary people downstairs, let's go ahead and also make ourselves a sword. So here's your basic swords you're going to start out with. Obviously, wooden's going to be the first, the basics of all the tools, and then stone is the next. Because we already have some stone, we can make that. So let's, oh, we are missing 2 pieces of cobblestone. We only have 1, so let's get ourselves 1 more piece of cobblestone here. And right there, I did that on purpose because I wanted to show you, oh, you hear that sound? That was a scary Enderman outside. Endermen don't like water, so when they're raining, they're going to be bouncing around like that. What I just did there is breaking rule number 1 of Minecraft. Rule number 1 of Minecraft is never dig straight up and never dig straight down. The reason for that is you do not know what's above that block. As you can see, all of the blocks in Minecraft, oh, that Enderman's so upset. All of the blocks still float, like this here, that block there, all of these blocks float, right? Floating blocks in Minecraft. Certain blocks are set in the world now, but don't float, including gravel and sand, once we see those. So if you were digging straight up here and about 10 blocks of sand or gravel are above this block, they are going to now fall down and land on your beautiful face. And getting hit in the face with blocks of gravel and sand, you're not going to have a good time. They will pile up here, and if you're stuck here and don't get pushed out, you will die. Another thing that could be above that block and below this one, which we're like, Arky, what's the big deal if I'm digging down and there's gravel below me? Well, mainly nothing. The problem is what could be below you is lava. If you dig straight down and there's an opening, a gap, or just a pool of lava, you're going to fall into it, and it will be too deep of a block for you to swim or jump out of. Let's be honest, 9 times out of 10, if you fall by digging straight down, you're going and fall into a pool of lava. Yeah, it's big old X's on your eyes for you. Also, the same thing if you're digging up, you're now going to have a pool of lava falling down on you. And where would I go? I run this way, it's still going to come down and pour onto my feet. If I go down this way, I've literally just gave myself a, like, James Bond, silly, Austin Powers style way of dying. So that's not great either. So do not dig straight up. Do not dig straight down. We're going to always dig down. We're going to dig at diagonals. Later, for maybe some cool tips, I'll show you some trickery ways of getting away with that. But for now, it's day 1, so we're just going to dig this way. All right. So let's go down and keep getting some cobblestone. Oh, we were going to make a sword, weren't we? Well, we're down here. Let's place another torch, just so it's not dark and scary. As you can see, I'm just holding forward and holding jump, and I'm just, like, moving all the way up. Okay, so let's make ourselves a sword now that we have cobblestone. Doot, doot, doot. Stone sword. We have some ways of defending ourselves. Let's keep mining and down, and we'll see if we can get ourselves anything close. And if we don't get anything soon, I'll just cut the camera and then find some in our little diggy hole here, and then we will get to moving along with the video. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep digging down in this little diagonal like this, and because I'm digging forward like this, if there's a lava pool down there, I'm like, oh, crap, I don't want to go that way. I can go and choose to go a different way. Now, right here is gravel. Now, I'm going to show you, well, one thing, I'm just going to punch it to show you what happens. See that? If you were under there, and that would now be your face, and we don't like that. We're going to take this gravel, we're going to put it here. Tools for digging up gravel and sand. Well, an axe? Probably not so much. Pickaxe. You kind of just push through it and shuffle it around a little bit. That's it. Sword? Yeah, no. We're going to go make another tool that we need for digging in mines of the crafts. We are going to make a shovel. Once again, if you can see, we kind of get a repeating process here of the same things. And to do a shovel is going to be 2 sticks and a cobblestone. We're going to make a stone shovel because once again, we don't have those other materials yet. So we'll go like this. And 1 stone shovel. Shovels are great for, like I said, gravel, sand, and dirt. And some other things in other places, but we'll get to those when we get to them. All right, let's go check in the day before we end this and see if it is still raining, but let's see if it's still scary dark. It is daytime. Okay, so we're going to go out of our little hidey hole. And what I'm going to do, which I like doing so you can find again. Oh, could that have been more perfect? I totally planned that, chat. We're going to do this so we can find our little hidey hole again. And I apologize for calling you guys chat. I'm commonly saying that because I also stream over at twitch.tv/arkypoo909. I stream almost all the time on around between 8 and 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I play modded Minecraft and a couple of other things. So pop on by. Also, if you have a good time, you're liking this so far, make sure you smash the like button, and if you want to see more, because I'm going to be doing a lot of these videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, so time is over. Now, first things first I want to go get is, we saw those sheep over in this early direction. Yep, there they are. Now we have to do something unspeakable. I'm sorry, but we need something to make something to help us get through the nights. And what's the thing that helps you get through the nights most of the time? That's right, it's a bed. And what do we make beds out of? Wool. So I'm sorry, buddy, but oh, he's gonna run away. Come here. We are going to need 3 pieces of wool. Later on, you can raise animals and you can shear the sheep rather than having to murderize them like we are doing right now. Although, the other reason I'm doing this right now is we are getting a food source. Raw mutton. Not my favorite thing in the world. I usually like to cook lamb, so let's go do that. While we're out here real quick, I'm going to grab some more wood and I will explain. So what a bed does is it basically, as soon as the moment that the sun, I believe it gets halfway across the horizon, it's considered night, and then you would be able to use the bed. It will change your respawn point from where you started in the world, right, to that bed in case you die. And look how fast the stone axe goes through this. Oh yeah, perfect. We're getting through all of this. We're bringing some flowers back to our house. I'm just gonna put that back. Okay. Back to this. We're gonna go inside. We're gonna make another little hidey hole. I'm gonna show you another chest thing, and then I think we might be wrapping up episode 1. But we'll see what we got here. Move on back over this way. We got some more wood just in case we don't find coal. We do that. Let's make ourselves a little path here. How about this? Okay, so we can still craft in here. Remember, we just can't do 3x3 crafts. So let's do a nice little plank path over to our base. Boom. Now see, if I place this here, it's going to be 1 under. and it won't be this. But I just want to place it on this side, but how can I do that without falling off and falling into the water? Look, it's already almost getting dark again. So here's the thing. If you're standing on an edge and you want to look down, if you hold shift, your guy will crouch and I won't fall off. Like you can hear me, I'm slamming my D button right now and I won't fall off. But if I let go and hit D, I will fall off. So a cool little trick here is holding shift and like I'm going to hold backwards. Now I can see the side of this without falling off. And I'm just going to hold this and do this across here. Ta-da! Now we have the thing, we don't have to jump in the water and swim, and it's a lot faster. Because remember, jumping spends food. So, another thing I'm going to do, I think we'll do here, just to make our base a little bit more, I don't know, safe from the monsters of this world. We're going to go like this. Also, so we can see where it is. You know, a little bit more defined. But is there something else that we can use to protect ourselves? There absolutely is. And we are going to make it. We're going to get some more wood here. And we're going to make a door. How fancy. It's just going to be 3 of these oak wood planks in 2 rows like that. So let's go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and door. And it gets us 3 doors. Use the doors as you would like. Now, quick little trick here, as it is getting, we're so safe. When you place a door, you want to place a door on the outside of your house. Why do you ask? Well, if you place it on the inside, it's going to take up 1 whole block, and we're going to put it in this block here, right? If you place it on the inside, there's your door. Now, I'm going to get this stuff out of my inventory so I can click. Now, if you right-click the door, it opens. If you right-click the door, it closes. Now, the problem is if you put it on the inside of the door like this, there's certain guys in this game called skeletons that can walk up here and shoot you through these holes. We don't want that. That's not awesome. We're hiding in our house. We don't want to get shot through these doors. So we're going to break the door and we're going to put it on the outside. Now, because he's outside on a separate block and not inside that block, he can't shoot us. We can do this, right click again, and we'll close the door. We got some extras here, so I'm going to put this. Actually, I'm going to show you something. This is a little too close for what we like here. So what I'm going to show you is we're going to make a little more room. Get all those. And this is empty, so I'm going to use an axe. Once again, this is made out of wood. This is made out of wood. These are easier to pick up with an axe. To pick this up, you would want to use a pickaxe because it is made of cobblestone. And I'm going to pick this up, and we're going to move this too. So once again, this is just a little style like I like doing. You can do it any way you want. Now I'm going to show you, if you have a chest here, you can make that bigger by adding another chest. Why, yes, that is correct. We are going to just grab another chest here. We're going to put it next to it. Boom. That's called a double chest, and now it's twice as big. Now, you can't make triple chests, quadruple chests, and all things like that. You can put chests on top of each other, but if there is a block on top of a chest, you can't open it. So, we don't want that. We are going to move a lot of our stuff in here. I'm just holding shift and clicking. I would like to make a little room for our bed. Oh, well, hello outside. Didn't want that. Okay, they're going to do it. Make a little room. Make our hidey hole a little bit bigger. How about that? Gonna get dark in here for a second. Hold on. And we will go there. You can't put a torch above a chest, by the way, because it is not a full block. It is just one little tiny thing. You can still open it. See? Okay, let's. I don't want to. Oh man, we are very. I thought I was a little bit farther away from the outside of that, but I guess we're not. So here we go. Now let's make a bed. That's not a crafting table. Here we go. Bed. There's a different colors of bed because you can change different colors of wool. We're just going to make the regular white bed. It is because we have white wool. 3 white wool above 3 planks. You can do that, no problem. Let's grab 1, 2, 3. And we'll grab our wool. And we will go like so. And like so. There is our bed. Now, we're going to put down our bed right here. And because it's nighttime, we're going to have a little nappy poo. Hashtag branding. All right. So we survived our first night. We got some wood. We made a little diggy hole which we are going to use to give us some great new materials soon. We made some storage. We made a crafting table. You learned how to cook things. We should also, I'm going to get, we have 5 things. Like I said, 1 piece of coal will cook 8 things, but I'm just going to be a little wasteful here to give ourselves a little snack for our first day. These extra doors I'm going to put in here and keep that for our first bit of storage. Our game saved in case we die. We will come back to here and respawn. And I think this is a great first day. What an awesome way to start these videos. I hope you really liked it. If you did, make sure you smash the like button. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below, or you can follow me on Twitter. Or you can pop into one of my streams. If I'm playing Minecraft, I'm super happy to answer any Minecraft questions if people come in and ask. I'm playing a lot of modded Minecraft and we're having a great time of it right now. We're about to finish up another mod pack. But if you have any questions, beginner questions, put them in the comments below, and we shall see you in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Later, taters.